the speed of urbanization, when dream cities begin to crumble under their own weight. Just imagine. One morning you step out onto these streets of your city and find nothing but a sea of people, every lane, every corner packed with crowds, cars, honking horns, dust, and rising smoke. It feels as if this city is growing, yet getting tangled in an invisible web at the same time. This isn't imagination. It's India's current reality. A country racing from villages towards cities so fast that it seems to have forgotten how to steady itself. India is no longer just a land of villages. It's becoming urban India, a nation where millions board buses and trains every year in search of their dreams. Some come looking for jobs, others for better schools for their children, some for hospitals or better opportunities in life. But the picture emerging from this rush of dreams isn't as bright as it appears from the outside. Cities are no longer just places. They've become oceans of people, where space is running out. Statistics show that 36% of India's population now lives in cities, and within the next decade, this will rise to 43%. That means tens of millions more will try to settle in urban areas. But the big question is, can our cities handle this flood of people? Urbanization first hits one sector the hardest: real estate. Because when people move to cities, the first thing they need is a roof, a home. But that roof has now become the hardest thing to get. Homes that were once a necessity have now turned into a dream. In major cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Pune, property prices have soared so high that owning a home is becoming almost impossible for the common man. Rising population and limited land have turned real estate into a pressure cooker market. Land prices are sky high, rents have doubled, and where people once bought homes, they're now forced to live on rent. Buying a house today is no longer an emotional decision, it's a strategic one. People ask themselves, is this the right time? The right location? Is the builder trustworthy? Because deep down, they fear that an unfinished building could one day become the graveyard of their dreams. It's often said that when cities grow, economies grow. But cities don't just expand economies, they expand expectations. And when those expectations aren't met, these same cities turn into centers of frustration. This pressure isn't limited to real estate. Even infrastructure is now groaning under the weight. If you step out on these streets of a major city early in the morning, it feels like the entire city has woken up at once, with everyone in a hurry to get somewhere. Traffic jams have become a part of daily life. Roads are getting wider, but cars are increasing much faster. Metro lines are extending, but the crowds are growing even more. Water supply, electricity, sewage, and waste management, every system is stretched to its limit. Cities today don't breathe, they gasp. And this gasping isn't just physical, it's mental too. People leave home in the morning, spend 3 hours in traffic, 8 hours at work, and then return through the same chaos in the evening. This isn't urban life anymore, it's urban struggle. And at the root of this struggle lies unplanned development. Many Indian cities were once villages that grew into towns and then suddenly turned into metropolises. But their infrastructure is still stuck in the old village framework. Roads are inadequate, drainage systems are weak, and parking spaces are non-existent. Buildings reach for the sky, but the ground beneath them is crumbling. The government has launched initiatives like the Smart City Mission, but their impact has been limited. Many projects remain on paper, and those completed are often unbalanced or incomplete. Yes, cities like Indore and Surat have become model examples, but most others remain unchanged. Another phase of urbanization is migration. Every year, millions move from villages to cities in search of jobs. These are the people who build our cities, the laborers, plumbers, drivers, masons, and security guards. Yet the irony is that those who build these cities are often the ones most insecure within them. They have no stable housing, no steady jobs, and no safety net. That's why slum areas continue to expand, silent reminders of the gap between dream and reality. Along the Yamuna in Delhi, in Mumbai's Dharavi, or Kolkata's Topsia, these areas aren't just slums. They are living portraits of the imbalance our policies have created. These are the places where human dreams and poverty coexist under the same roof. Yet amid this darkness, there are glimmers of light. India's Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities are emerging as the new centers of growth. Indore, Jaipur, Kochi, Coimbatore, Surat, Lucknow. These cities are now sharing the burden once carried solely by the metros. Here, land is cheaper, the crowd thinner, and the government is actively working to turn them into new investment hubs. Industries, IT parks, and startups are setting foot in these smaller cities, creating new jobs and giving a fresh boost to the real estate sector. This transformation shows that India's future doesn't belong only to the metros. It's now spreading across the entire nation. But the question remains, how do we make this growth sustainable? Because if development comes at the cost of the environment, it's not progress, it's danger. Many of India's major cities have now turned into heat islands, where the temperature is several degrees higher than surrounding areas. Trees have been cut, greenery has shrunk, and concrete jungles have trapped the heat in the air. When it rains, streets flood. When it doesn't, droughts follow. This contradiction isn't just of weather, it's of planning. It's time to talk about green infrastructure. Development that's not only economic but also environmental. Solar panels, rainwater harvesting, electric mobility, and green buildings, these may sound trendy today, but in the coming decade, they'll become absolute necessities. If every new building project today adopts water recycling systems and solar energy, a major portion of urban energy demand could be met locally. If electric buses and charging networks are properly implemented, both traffic and pollution could be controlled. But all this requires political will and public participation, because no plan can succeed unless ordinary citizens become a part of it. The real estate industry too is beginning to change. Developers are now focusing on green certified projects. Some companies even claim their buildings are carbon neutral. This shows that the market has started understanding the importance of sustainability. The question is no longer whether urbanization will happen. It definitely will. The question is, in what direction will it go? Will we build cities that can breathe or cities that choke? Urbanization cannot be stopped, but it can be guided. And that guidance isn't just the government's responsibility, it's society's as well. Every citizen, builder, planner, and institution must ask, will our development last for the next 100 years, or just until the next election? If India develops its urban model in a planned way, where every city has a proper master plan, a balance between transport and housing, and future-ready infrastructure, then the next 20 years could become India's golden era. India's real estate sector alone is on track to reach $1 trillion by 2025. That's not just an investment opportunity, it's a source of millions of jobs. But this will only happen if development is sustainable and inclusive. The real meaning of urbanization isn't tall buildings and wide roads. It's about improving people's lives. If someone spends hours stuck in traffic every day, if a child needs 90 minutes just to reach school, or if a family has to move homes because of rising rent, then that's not real progress. A true city is one that has space for everyone, penthouses for the rich, apartments for the middle class, and dignified homes for the poor, where development doesn't just mean concrete, it means compassion. India's cities now stand at a crossroads. One path leading to a bright, sustainable future, and the other toward imbalance and crisis. If we make the right choices today, the India of tomorrow won't just be an economic power, but a model of human and harmonious urban living.
Something new. Do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestion. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.